Even if you are a complete beginner, this research kit, this research series notes will help you to fetch more marks in the upcoming UGC Net Psychology examination. Along with that, even if you are giving GATE Psychology, it will help you to clear and to gather all the important concepts from where the questions have been asked, and they will keep on asking. Okay, so once you have this research kit, questions will be coming from here only 100%, no matter what. Okay, so currently we have added 18 PDFs to this, and sooner or later there will be more 5 to 10 PDFs for sure added for more important topics and stuff like that. So if you are a complete beginner or you have no idea how to read, what to read and what not read, make sure you are taking this research kit, do all the PDFs step by step from PDF number 1 to 20 and all the concepts. See, discourse analysis. It might be possible that you don't know, you have no idea about what is discourse analysis. Okay, so make sure you are reading all these notes, all these things properly and implementing these things. Okay, might be you not be knowing Michel Foucault, who is this, what this guy or person has to say, and what is CDA and all these things. Okay, so this is prepared a long back so that you don't face any difficulty while doing research. Yes, for future perspective as well, and while doing questions based on these. So today we are going to see some questions from June 2025. So first of all, how many questions? Yes, how you can get this research kit? You have to just simply WhatsApp on this particular number. They will send you details about that, and as soon as you take this, it will be delivered to your mail ID in the form of drive link. Okay, so you can access, and currently it is in the, we can say the basic version. It is getting improved day by day. So you will be getting what? You will be getting 2 months of updates free, so that all the notes are completed, added for you, and you can prepare properly. All right. But whatever is added so far, it is more than enough. You can tackle each and every question that is going to come for you in the examination. Just like this question. Question number first says that which of the following is the non-parametric counterpart of two-way ANOVA? So we are discussing about two-way ANOVA over here. What is it? How it is? Everything is covered in these notes. Now, Mann-Whitney test, Wilcoxon sign test, Kruskal-Wallis test and Friedman test. Two-way ANOVA we are referring. So, but obviously Mann-Whitney T test or Mann-Whitney U test is not going to be the answer over here. So the distinction between non-parametric and parametric is important, and everything is covered in these notes. All right. So those who have taken this, they can suit yourself. Read those topics again and again, and those who have not, we will discuss it about shortly. Now, whatever non-parametric can do, parametric can't do. Okay, so there are certain assumptions for the parametric statistics or parametric test, and as well as some statistics and some assumptions for non-parametric as well. Okay, all right. So Mann-Whitney test, Wilcoxon sign test, these two are used when? These two are used as the t-test alternative. Okay, the t-test alternative, these two have been used so far. But Kruskal-Wallis H test and Friedman test are used only and only in the case of what? In the case of ANOVA. All right. So now listen very, very carefully. Whenever you are having two groups, how many groups? Whenever you will be having two groups in your life, no matter what, you are awake, alive or dead, no matter what, whenever you are having two groups, you will only use what? You will only use t-test. Okay, fair enough. Whenever you are having two groups, what you will use? You will use t-test. Let's suppose we have to calculate the mean difference between a group who is reading psychology and a group who is reading geography. Okay, we want to check their intelligence. Okay, so now we are having how many groups? We are having these two groups. So what we will use? We will always use the t-test to compare the mean difference, whether the memory is a dependent variable, whether or not memory is dependent, whether or not memory is different in this particular group or this particular group. Okay, so what will be our null hypothesis? Null hypothesis will be the memory of psychology students is equal to the memory of geography students. And what will be the researcher hypothesis? The researcher hypothesis will be the memory of psychology students is not equal to geography. Now, here in this particular equation number second, we are not discussing whether the memory of psychology will be higher or geography will be higher or whose memory will be lower on the lower side. Okay, so what type of it is? It is a non-directional hypothesis. Okay, what it is? It is a non-directional hypothesis. When it will take direction, when we will say that the researcher hypothesis says that the memory of psychology students is greater than the geography students or geography students greater than the psychology students, then we will refer to this as the directional hypothesis. Okay, so you have understood about hypothesis as well. Now talking about the non-parametric and the parametric equivalent. So every test is having what? For every parametric test we have what? We have the non-parametric alternative for this. Okay, we can say Mann-Whitney U test and Wilcoxon sign rank test are the alternative. These two are the alternatives for what? These two are the alternatives for our t-test. Now if we talk about ANOVA, for ANOVA when we have one way, we will use what? We will use the Kruskal-Wallis H test, and in case of two-way, what we will use? We will use the Friedman test. Okay, what we will use? We will use the Friedman test, and then this is the most repeated topic. This is the most repeated question of your UGC Net Psychology examination. And mark my words, for the next time also in December 25 or June 26, whichever session you are giving, this is going to come for sure once again. They will ask you about the non-parametric one or the parametric one. So what is important for you? Important for you is to remember the alternatives. Okay, it is so simple. Just mark these concepts up and that is it. 2 marks easily fetchable for you. You can take these 2 marks very easily. What you have to just remember? You have to just remember that what is the non-parametric one and what is the parametric one. What happens inside this? What happens inside this? And this table, if you just do properly, you will be able to correctly answer this particular question. See, now this is no-brainer. Okay, this is completely no-brainer. Non-parametric, they are asking non-parametric counterpart of two-way ANOVA. Now you know about this thing that for two-way ANOVA is used where? Two-way ANOVA. For two-way ANOVA, we can say it comes under the head of parametric. Now we have been asked about the non-parametric one. So Mann-Whitney U test, obviously this is going to be used for the t-test. Wilcoxon sign rank test, obviously for the t-test. Okay, so this comes out of the equation. Now Kruskal-Wallis H test, when you will use this? You will use this when you will have what type of ANOVA? When you will have one-way ANOVA. Okay, when you will have one-way ANOVA, you can have this thing. This will be your answer. But the question says about the two-way ANOVA, and guaranteed every time you are giving this answer, Friedman test will be the correct answer for this. Okay, Friedman test is the correct answer for your two-way ANOVA. So now you remember each and everything which has been asked by UGC Net. So you have developed 4 concepts properly and you will be able to score. If any questions bumps from these 4 topics, you will be able to mark it easily. And as you can see over here, you just need to take the screenshot for this thing, and those have the leverage. Those who are reading from the notes, you can do this thing properly again and again. Okay. So one way repeated measures ANOVA, we will use this Friedman test, and Kruskal-Wallis for your one way. See, it is mentioned one way. Don't remember this thing. It is for two way. That is why we are mentioning about our what repeated measures ANOVA. Okay. So now you will remember each and every correct answer for this for your next time examination. That is going to happen soon. Okay, so Friedman test is the correct answer for your two-way ANOVA over here. Now moving forward to next question. Standard deviation of sampling distribution is known as. Now what is the correct answer for this? Let me tell you, this is once again what? This is once again your PYQ repetition. Okay, this PYQ has been repeated 2 or 3 times earlier as well in this particular unit number 2 of your research methods. Okay, now standard deviation of sampling distribution is known as. Parameter, no. Standardized coefficient, what it is? Nothing like that. Level of significance, of course not. What is the correct answer for this? It is your sampling error. Okay, standard deviation. So we are having a sampling distribution particularly, and the standard deviation of that is known as what? It is known as the sampling error. Okay, this is the correct answer for this, and this is a no-brainer. Okay, this is a simple PYQ repeat. This has been repeated in June 2023 as well. So that is why doing PYQs becomes important for you. Now this is question that has been repeated many a times. Product moment correlation, biserial correlation, phi coefficient and point biserial correlation as well. And you just need to understand what is the correct answer and just remember that particular concept only. Okay. So for that you need to understand what is a continuous variable, what is a dichotomous one. Dichotomous ones are used when we are having 2 alternatives. Okay. Either yes or no, fail or pass. Okay. So just whenever we are using these type of variables, what we will use in which particular condition, you just need to remember that. Okay, now everything is covered in the notes, so you don't need to worry about that. Now those who don't have, now product moment correlation, what this is your PMC. Okay, this product moment correlation, what this is particularly, this is your nothing but small r. Okay, product moment correlation, Pearson R or product moment correlation is the same thing. And every time you will have what, you will have two continuous variables. Okay, two continuous variables will be there when you will be doing the small r or Pearson R or the product moment correlation. Okay, so that is why, see, try to understand the perspective of these guys. Okay, only and only then you will be able to solve these kind of questions. Okay, see, they have given you, they know that the student who is going to give this particular examination knows about this A3, A3, A3 in each and every option. Why they have given third option as the correct one? Because they know that yes, these students know this much, that okay, two continuous variables will be used inside this product moment correlation. Okay, so PMC, what will be used? Two continuous variables will be used forever. Remember this thing for your lifetime. Okay, it will help you eventually. Now about biserial, about phi coefficient, and about point biserial correlation, that is the particular question that they want, but they don't want you to answer this. They just want you to answer whether or not you know about phi coefficient or not. Okay, so what is phi coefficient? For phi coefficient, what you will need? You will need dichotomous variables. What you will need? You will need the dichotomous variables for you. Okay, and what is dichotomous variable? Who is having answer as yes or no, mother or father, and two alternatives only. Okay, not the third alternative we can say over there. So if you will mark phi coefficient where it is dichotomous and genuinely, what it is your genuinely which type of variable? Dichotomous variable. No, what we will use, we need to have two dichotomous variables with us. Okay, how many? Two dichotomous variables for your phi coefficient. So if you can answer C with the second one, C second only given in the second option, and that is how you will conclude that okay, this is the correct answer for me. Okay, this is the correct answer in this particular question. Product moment correlation, two continuous variables, and then just remember this thing. For product moment correlation, what you need two continuous variables. Okay, R is equals to 2CV. This is the formula. This is just improvisation. If you want, you can remember like that as well. Okay, and what is it? Is phi coefficient. For phi coefficient, what we need? 2DV, two dichotomous variable. We need this thing. Okay, now what is left is the point biserial and the biserial correlation. Okay, now I just want you seriously to remember just these two things. Okay, because next time when the question is going to come, you will be able to solve just on this basis. Okay, they might not ask you about point biserial or biserial, but phi coefficient you can check in the PYQ book. 2021 also they are asking this kind of questions on phi coefficient. Okay, what type of variable and what not. Okay, so what the question is trying to ask you, the type of correlation. So next time in 2025 or 26 or 27, whenever you are watching this video, be prepared that they will ask you out of these which is not a type of correlation. So you will mark, obviously these four you will mark what as a type of correlation as per NTA. Okay, it might not be correct, but as per NTA, remember these three things. Okay, now for biserial correlation, what you need to remember is one continuous variable and one apparently dichotomous variable. Okay, the other one should be how? It should be your apparently dichotomous variable. And for point biserial, how it should be? One continuous variable and one genuinely dichotomous variable. Okay, other one should be genuinely. Now the biggest problem arises that how you will remember this thing. Okay, what should be the code which you need to remember? So 1AD you can say for point biserial. Okay, point biserial. Now it is so simple. See, continuous variable is included in these three. Okay, so everyone, product moment correlation as well, this biserial as well, and this point biserial, everyone should have continuous variable, that is for sure. Okay, continuous. The only exception is your PMC where you need two continuous variable. Okay, that is also understood. Now for just remember biserial, point biserial will be automatically easy for you. How you can do that? See, biserial starts with this B alphabet, and what it is written over here, it is written here one apparently. Okay, so you just need to remember AB or BA, however you want to pronounce that. Okay. Biserial, apparently dichotomous. You just need to remember that one variable is dichotomous and that is also apparently. Okay, not genuinely dichotomous. We don't need this particular thing over there. Okay. And the next time if this question comes, you will be able to answer that properly without any hassle, without any difficulty. And I will show you quickly that how, if you do these PYQs properly, you will be able to answer every single question that is coming for you. Okay, because you are watching these kind of video. Where. Okay, so this question is copy pasted. See what they are asking. This particular question came when? This came in your June 2024. Okay. So right now we were just solving June 2025, and by just closing your eyes, you will be able to mark. There is no option in this live world, in this arena, that you will mark the next question incorrectly. Okay. It is not possible for you any day that you will mark the question incorrectly. Okay. Now we will look into the picture. What the question is asking you about? The question says that which correlation. First of all, how many correlation you know about? You know everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Which correlation provides a measure of the relation? Okay. Between a continuous variable. So one variable is continuous. So obviously product moment correlation will be out of the picture, because between a continuous variable and two categorical or dichotomous variable. What it is saying? It is telling you about dichotomous variable. Okay, so before I answer this question, can you answer this correctly? Try to answer it on your own. Which correlation provides a measure of the relation between a continuous variable? One is your continuous variable, and two categorical or dichotomous variable. The question is asking you about. Okay, so what is the correct answer? Is it option number first, option number second, option number third, or option number fourth? Okay. So what will be the correct answer? Correct answer will be option number 3, point biserial correlation. If you have marked option number 3, you have understood so far very carefully and very precisely. You have understood the particular topic. Okay. And now you are ready to mark these kind of correct answer in the examination hall as well. Okay. Now a continuous variable. So first of all, for a product moment correlation coefficient, what we will need? We will need the 2 CV, 2 continuous variable. But over here we are having only 1 CV. So this will not be the answer. Partial correlation has nothing to do with this particular thing. And phi coefficient will not be the answer. Why? Because in phi coefficient what we need? We need 2 dV. So you are left with only this option, that you will mark a point biserial. There is no option for you to mark incorrect, because you have understood the concept properly and you now know how to do things correctly just by doing the PYQs properly, which you are witnessing right now. So if you like these kind of things, you can join in the Premium 2.0. That is totally up to you. Now, where you get these kind of solved videos. Now, one more question we will see quickly if it is coming over here. Okay. Now let's look into this question. Which of the following is one of the non-parametric counterpart of ANOVA? In ANOVA, you know only there are 2 possibilities, but before I answer, you need to answer Kruskal-Wallis H test, Mann-Whitney U test, Kendall's and Wilcoxon. What will be the answer? See, Mann-Whitney will be for the T test, so obviously not the answer. Wilcoxon will be for the T test, not the answer. Kendall's, you don't know what it is. You just know only in ANOVA what type of tests are. There are only 2 kinds of. First is your Kruskal-Wallis. Okay, this is written over here. So obviously the answer will be like this only. Okay, there is no mention, or they have not written one way or two way over here. That is completely okay. The point is they have only mentioned one alternative for your ANOVA. That is your Kruskal-Wallis H test over here. And you have left with no option to mark incorrectly. Why you will mark incorrect when you know all the concepts and all the topics properly, precisely. And see you all soon in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care.